In the recent Ripple EC case, Ripple suffered a defeat. Yes, once again, Ripple suffered a defeat. Guys, in this instance, we haven't seen Ripple suffer many losses. I want to explain that loss in detail, as well as what it means moving forward in this video. In addition, I want to discuss some really positive news concerning the Federal Reserve and the price chart of XRP. Folks, it appears like all the pieces are falling into place for the optimistic 2024 scenario that I have been discussing. I want to discuss some shocking new data that we recently received in this video, which I believe has the potential to push XRP to all-time highs. As always, this channel really appreciates your support. It really does help me out so much. So thank you to everyone who enjoys the videos and subscribes to my channel. Before we dive in, let's discuss Ripple's defeat by the SEC in the lawsuit. This is a topic of great interest at the moment, and I want to clarify what it implies. Therefore, it's critical to realize that the case is currently in the discovery phase. This indicates that the current dispute between Ripple and the SEC concerns the material that will be used in the second part of the Ripple SEC lawsuit. I know it's incredibly annoying, but even though we're back in discovery after spending a long time in it during the first phase of the case, the good news is that things are moving along much more quickly today, and we still plan to wrap up this case in 2024. Now, let's discuss the actual victory that the SEC recently achieved. After winning a discovery battle, the SEC now requires Ripple to provide the financial data that they have effectively had access to since the Ripple SEC case began. In the initial round of the Ripple SIC lawsuit, the SIC was essentially provided with financial data pertaining to Ripple's initial years, until the lawsuit was filed. The SEC is now requesting access to all recent financial data. Judge Torres declared today that Ripple must provide the most recent financial data. Now, some are stating that this is a tremendous loss for holders of XRP and a massive loss for Ripple, but in my opinion, it's not at all a huge loss. More than anything, it will provide us with a great deal of clarity into Ripple's business operations, activities in the US, clients it has served, and whether it has added any new clients. I think that holders of XRP will greatly benefit from this. Now, in the whole Ripple SEC matter, they haven't done anything to cause me to doubt them, so if they are engaging in unscrupulous behavior, which of course I don't think they are, we will find out. Therefore, I don't think that anyone who has invested in Ripple or owns XRP has suffered a significant loss, since the SEC could theoretically use some of this information to support its case. Ripple may not have wanted to give it all up, but as far as we can tell, Ripple has prevailed on practically all of the case's significant issues. Throughout the entire Ripple SEC case, it has been evident that judges Torres and Netburn enjoy giving the SEC little victories here and there, such as small victories in discovery battles. However, when it comes to the big wins and the decisions that really count, she typically sides with Ripple. Thus, I firmly believe that this is one of those instances where judges Netburn and Torres are merely handing the SACI small victory to appease them. In this manner, in the future, the SAC cannot claim that the reason they lost was because you withheld this information from us. We never received this important information, which is why we must file an appeal. Judges Torres and Netburn are, quite rightly, providing the SAC with all the information they require. However, the good news is that Ripple has always acted responsibly and conducted business responsibly, so the information the SAC has obtained hasn't mattered because they haven't yet used it in a way that would negatively impact the company. Overall, I believe that XRP holders and Ripple won't be too concerned about this loss. For the material that isn't censored, we're probably going to find out a lot of really fascinating details about how Ripple's business is doing. Now, that would actually be a very good scenario for Ripple and XRP holders, so it would be really nice to see some super bullish developments that Ripple hasn't really announced yet in their business in these documents. However, I feel like most of that stuff will actually get redacted either way. It's crucial to remember, though, that this is only a little victory for the SAC, one that it has sort of earned throughout this legal battle. As previously stated, judges Torres and Netburn have a tendency to grant the SEC tiny victories in discovery, giving the impression that they are doing everything within their power to support their position. The good news is that, thus far, the SEC has been utterly unable to establish any case before the court, and I don't see that changing in this instance. But before I do that, let me just discuss some really fascinating data that we obtained from the Federal Reserve. This data, in my opinion, has really increased my level of optimism and helps to clarify the thesis that I have been discussing on this channel for several months. I've been stating on this channel that, according to official data, the Federal Reserve will probably lower rates before inflation reaches 2. I have been stating this because inflation is currently around 2, according to all leading indicators. We have been constantly tracking trueflation on this channel, and as I have shown you guys time and time again, they already have inflation at 135, which is significantly less than the Federal Reserve's target. One of the main questions that people have been speculating about is whether the Federal Reserve will maintain high interest rates until inflation hits 2, according to government data, or if they will eventually admit that the data is lagging and begin reducing rates before inflation hits 2. In a recent 60-minute interview, Jerome Powell said that he will begin reducing interest rates prior to the official figures on inflation reaching 2. This is extremely positive because, according to government figures, we've already reached 3. Therefore, rate cuts are imminent if we're currently at 3, and Jerome Powell says we'll start reducing before we reach 2. Simply put, no major investment advisor wants to invest in a high-risk asset like cryptocurrencies in an environment with high interest rates. I've already gone into great detail on this channel about why I think rate cuts will be so important for the cryptocurrency market. Uncertainty is a result of high interest rates. It denotes security. It indicates a desire to invest in extremely secure asset classes. The Bitcoin market is not like that. Low interest rates are ideal for cryptocurrencies because they create extremely speculative conditions, a large number of growth enterprises, and a large number of growth assets. I firmly believe that the Federal Reserve will soon reduce interest rates to levels observed during the previous 5 to 10 years. And in my opinion, that will be incredibly bullish for cryptocurrencies' long-term prospects. It will, in my opinion, attract a significant amount of fresh investment and propel cryptocurrencies to record highs. In summary, I'm attempting to convey to you that everything is proceeding according to schedule. We have been discussing topics like these on our channel on a regular basis for several months now. Everyone else was predicting a return of inflation. The Federal Reserve will continue to raise interest rates. Gentlemen, that is not the case. The precise opposite has taken place. In spite of all of this, inflation has fallen. Furthermore, the Federal Reserve is publicly acknowledging that rate decreases are imminent. This is precisely the topic of our conversation. Seeing everything work out in the end is really pleasant. I just thought this would be a great visual for 2024, so I wanted to show it to you. I want to quickly discuss the XRP price chart as I wrap up this video because a lot of people have been stating that it is no longer relevant. In essence, XRP has overcome the opposition. I just want to highlight that you should be cautious of the chart you're looking at and the person presenting it to you, as anyone can make a new chart indicating that XRP is at resistance or support. However, from what I can see, XRP is still above the threshold. I believe it's quite clear that XRP has bounced off this lower support level numerous times throughout its history. If we draw a line underneath here, it seems pretty clear to me that we have an ascending or supporting structure here. Additionally, it appears that XRP is still far above this. Right now, I would really like to see XRP hold above this and rise back up to this resistance. That would be very bullish, in my opinion. Although there hasn't been a significant bounce yet, perhaps one will materialize soon in the form of positive events. Who knows what might be the cause? The last thing we want to witness is XRP disappearing from this place. That would be really unfavorable. For now, all we can do is wait and watch what transpires. Naturally, when XRP pushes back up on this resistance instead of relying on this support down here, we're going to feel a lot more at ease. However, XRP is now receiving a lot of support where it is, in my opinion. Over the past few days, it appears that the Bitcoin market has witnessed a number of small sell-offs. Furthermore, XRP seems to be simply bouncing off this support line. In summary, all I want is for XRP to continue to be higher than this. As of right now, XRP has been doing nothing more than making noise on the chart for the previous year or two. So I'm not at all concerned till then. Really, there hasn't been much of a price shift. We're essentially simply trading sideways, in my opinion, as we wait for XRP to have its major upside burst. We do know that XRP usually moves quickly and drives people away right away. Before that occurs, XRP usually trades sideways for extended periods of time. Who knows when that event will occur? Nobody is certain. However, we do know that despite significant improvements in the fundamentals of XRP and Ripple as a company, asset automated market makers clawbacks, new exchange listings, and Ripple's collaboration with various governments to create CBDCs, we have been trading sideways for a very long time. One positive development after another has been XRP and Ripple's business outlook. I believe that all of that eventually gets quickly priced in. I hope that begins with XRP pushing through this resistance, bursting through this support, and soaring to record-breaking new highs. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for coming. I hope this update was enjoyable. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did. Please make sure to join my private group if you would like to chat with me on a regular basis and would like my thoughts on topics other than XRP or particular issues related to XRP. The video's description contains a link. Simply subscribing to my X account is all that's required. You can DM me without having to worry about any other DMs showing up in my inbox if you get access to a private X account. Nevertheless, we'll always see it. Thank you very much for stopping here, gentlemen.